Hi, welcome to YucatanLiving.com, the houses of Merida. I'm Eric Partney, your host, and we're here in the Cincinnati neighborhood to see a nice small house that's been renovated by the owner. There was no architect involved. Many of our viewers have requested something like this, so let's go inside and see what we can find. The story here is a familiar one to us who live in Merida. The owner came here on vacation with two friends, just on vacation, decided she fell in love with the city, and decided to buy a home. The very first day, she looked at 5 homes. After looking around, she decided she had 2 criteria, a garage and a casita in her backyard. This particular house had both, and from those first 5 homes, she purchased this one. Criteria 1, a garage. This house already had the opening for a garage, but it was just an open space. She was able to install a custom-made iron door with an electric garage door opener so she can push the button just like in the U.S. and enter her garage. Inside the house, the owner found that the bones were great. All the walls, the room sizes were perfectly fine, but it needed a completely new cosmetic makeover, new mechanicals, plumbing, and wiring. She had a friend, the very first friend she met here in Merida, who was a local lady, and this lady recommended an albañil, who is the person who does all the concrete work in Merida. And this person came to the house, they visited, got along extremely well, and she hired him and his crew to do all of the work in the house, and she was actually the general contractor herself. The living and dining area is a 2-level open space. It's perfect for entertaining, and this open space in the middle of the home leads to both a formal dining, a kitchen, and a small study. Details include, in her renovation, ceramic tile floors throughout, recessed lighting. In this case, she's using a fluorescent lighting, which helps to save with electricity. She designed this house to be simple to take care of, as well as low cost to maintain. Everything in the house was purchased here in Merida. These are handmade wooden dining room chairs. All of the furniture in the living room was also handmade here in Mexico. In the study, this can be both used as a guest room, a reading room. What fascinates me the most about this room are these sofas. She took 2 doors from the house and was actually able to have them rebuilt as sofas. One thing we all have learned here in Mexico, we waste nothing. You reuse whatever you can. It's a nice way of the past. It's actually becoming quite important for the future. Just off the study, we have a staircase and a full bath. This is a Mexican-style bath. It's a very small space, but quite nice details. Small sink, custom-made mirror, and then a handheld shower. It's a small space, but it works perfectly. The kitchen was the room that needed the most work in this house. When the owner started, she had a sink and a slab of concrete. That is it. So more or less, she gutted the kitchen and started over. She decided she likes to cook, and so she decided to build a rather large kitchen with ceramic tile countertops, lots of built-in wooden cabinetry, stainless steel sinks, and a really nice feature that's hard to find in these older homes is a very large pantry with ceramic tile lined shelves. The ceramic tile helps to keep the humidity out of the pantry. The dining room is a lower level. It also has the ceramic tile floors and the recessed can lighting. This area serves as a center space between the living area, the garage, and the outdoor garden. The garden is where we live here in Merida. This garden is lined with exotic orchids. This one is in bloom. They all bloom at different seasons, and each orchid is a totally different type. With our tropical climate, you can grow just about anything here. Here, at the base of this tree, this is a vanilla plant. Surprising, you can actually grow that here. We have ginger, and this large tree is actually an almond tree. There's a little bit of everything. To show you what kind of climate that we really have here, she had a compost pile, and she threw a seed from a papaya tree. This is a volunteer papaya that already has papayas on it in less than 2 years. Criteria 2 for this homeowner was to have a casita in the backyard. There was a small building at the back of this property, but it was a ruin, and she had to start from scratch. But with this small space, she was able to create something quite interesting. The Casita is quite small, but quite charming. She was able to make an entire apartment in a very small space. This space is something like 8 or 9 feet deep and like 23, 24 feet wide. But in this space, she was able to have lots of built-ins, a hammock for sleeping. But if your friends need something more than that, you also have a Murphy bed. This is a great use of space. Beside the bed, you have closets, lots of built-ins. It's sort of a sliver space. And on the other side, we have a kitchen, bathroom, and a small dining area here in the middle. Back in the house, we have a second floor. The second floor is 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and a small terrace. Let's go see it. Here on the second floor, we have 2 bedrooms, each about the same size, and a hallway bath. The 2 bedrooms share a bath. Each bedroom has an open closet system, which allows air into the closets to keep your clothes fresh. The same ceramic tile flooring that we found on the first floor, and the same recessed can lighting. All the windows are the original jalousie style windows, but these windows were scraped, painted, and new glass put in. I really like the jalousie style window because it both acts as a security type system, as security bars, as well as it allows an amazing amount of airflow because you can open it entirely. The terrace. It's a private little paradise. It's on the second floor, overlooking the street, and at night it's pretty spectacular to sleep outside under the stars. She has a hammock, and I wanted to point out her very first piece of furniture. When she moved here for the first month or so, she had 1 piece of furniture, and this was it. So you can see, in a short amount of time, she was able to buy an entire house full of furniture, set up a life, all at a reasonable cost. I'm Eric Partney, your host. Thank you for joining us today. I look forward to seeing you again for the next episode of The Houses of Merida on YucatanLiving.com.